new area that I don't know as if you've ever been on. I've only been on a little bit. Definitely not right here. So we're gonna have to put your harness on and everything because we're kind of still within the houses right here, so. Okay, that's working. That's working. That's ready to go. It's getting kind of warm out. And I'll grab this. And we're gonna grab this. And of course, somebody's walking down the street. Okay. Oh, you quit. And my dashboard hasn't come up yet. Okay, come here. Come here, you. Gotta put that on. Gotta put that on. This too. Yeah, you need this too. Okay, come on. I think I need to put my vest on in some water because it is extra hot out here and I don't know how long this will end up being since we're exploring. I think we still got some water in here. Might add a little bit more. Yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit more probably. Not much in there, so let's add some water. So give me a second there, sweet girl. Yeah, we're gonna add some water really quick. Gotta move that. Probably gonna make a mess because this one's full. Do our best to try and not make a mess. Okay, you ready? Okay, hold on, I gotta shut the door. I'm gonna cut up there because the trail is up there. Okay, let's go over here. Yeah, the trail's right here. Come on. The trail's over here across this grass. Yeah, I know, I've never been on this either. Oh, okay, we gotta take a quick roll in the grass break. She is so crazy. Oh, now you're all tangled up. Hold on. Yeah, you're a crazy girl. You're crazy. Yeah. Okay, no, we're going this way. Come on. I think she doesn't know that we're going to a trail, so she's doing her whole, I don't want to go this way. But there is a trail right here. We were actually heading up to Mount Helena, and I looked off and I was like, you know, I've always wanted to go up this trail. We've never done it because the Mount Helena trailhead is up in that neighborhood right there. In fact, the turn to get to it is just right there. But we are going to give this a go and see how this goes. I guess this is called Dale Harris Park. I've never been here before. There's a trail that goes up. I know this is part of the Rodney Ridge trail system. So we're gonna go up. Okay, hold on. Let me take your leash off. And don't you go running off, because there's still a lot of streets and stuff around here. Oops, my watch never started. Oh. I have no idea where that goes. But I guess we're going up, which is what my plan was anyways. Oh, and I have the wrong shoes on. Gosh dang it. I did it again. Just like I did. Oh, I wonder if that switchbacks to make it a little easier for people. But I did the exact same thing again I did yesterday. I was like, okay, when we get to the trailhead, I'm going to change shoes. So I still have my road shoes on now. But at least these are actually a little bit better. These are the Hyperion Tempos I have on now, which are at least a little bit better compared to the road shoes I had on yesterday. Oh, we ate some lunch and I am thoroughly winded going up this. And it didn't help that I got a little bit stiff because we were sitting in the van the whole time while I was eating lunch. One nice thing about this is we're overlooking downtown. You can see the famous fire tower right there, as well as the Helena Cathedral right there. That building right there is where I own my condo. The marathon ends right there. On Saturday, they're already starting to put up the barricades and everything, because there's about a, 6 block stretch in the downtown area, and in the walking area they actually barricade the whole thing. So it'll be, that's where I'll be ending. I'm not gonna live stream like I thought I might. I've decided this run is going to be hard enough for me, so I don't want to make it even tougher. Even though it's a training run, I saw the Mount Helena trailheads right there. And we're across, I don't know what this is called. Like Orofino Gulch or something like that. And then on the other side of this is Rodney Street. Actually, Rodney Street comes up and dead ends on the top of this ridge, and the gulch on the other side of that is Davis Gulch. And then on the other side of Mount Ascension is what this is. And there is some extensive trails up here, even though it's not that big of a, it goes down quite a ways. Even though it's not that big of a park, like wide-wise, it's pretty long. I'm guessing just this little portion is that park name that was down there, which I've already forgotten. Oh, I took her off the leash too soon because there's the leash free zone sign. But it's actually a pretty good view. This might be the best view of downtown that you can get right here, because we're overlooking directly over. That's that government building of some sort that I don't even know what is in there. There's a sign over here that tells you there's like 4 or 5 government offices in there. But the library is right there, and right there is where the finish line is. You coming? Okay. She's got a little more zip to her today. I'm actually going to change since we're a little bit closer, I'm going to this setting so it's not as jumpy for you guys. But the fire tower there is pretty famous. Right there. It's hard to see now that I'm really zoomed out. But it's pretty famous because that's what used to, before fire alarms existed in buildings, it's what the fire department used to use to see if there was, alert people of fires and stuff within the city. But we're gonna go up this. I don't know how far down we're gonna go, but I'm gonna try and get some vert, so probably gonna jump down some of the side trails and come back up. And if we need to, we can jump down to either street. I know how to get back to where we're at pretty easy, either from Davis or from over here on this other side. Either Orofino or Grizzly, I don't remember which one is right next to this. Because there's a Y, only maybe a mile, not even a mile down, where it splits, and one direction is Grizzly Gulch and one direction is Orofino. Somewhere on this, Walmsley holds the course record on the Strava segment from, these shoes are not good for the pointy rocks. Such soft midsole. But it's from probably a 50K or something that he did down here when he was still living in Great Falls, either before or directly after he got kicked out of the Air Force or released from the Air Force. So, series of unfortunate events, but things happen. I don't judge people unless they make horrible decisions. My ex-in-laws owned a house over there, and it actually looks like they have, unless that's the one right below it, but I don't think it is. They've done some work on it. It used to be just a junky house, but that street right there is Rodney. So we're going to continue going up there somewhere. That's Mount Ascension right there. And where we usually park is over there to go up. So, yep. And there's also, because this is Davis Gulch going back in there, and there's also a little, like the archery range parking lot. There's a parking lot right here. This trail right here intrigued me because I've never seen that before until the other day when we were looking at up on Mount Helena. I saw it. I was like, wait a minute, where does that go? I've never seen that before. And we've been up on that, and it looks like it must go up that way somewhere. But so I thought that was interesting. I think it would be funny to buy one of these houses, even though they're very expensive to buy these houses. They look like crap, a lot of the houses, but the property alone is very, very pricey. Very pricey. So even though it might be a house that needs a major renovation in order to live there, you're going to spend a lot of money just because it's not only a 100-year-old house, but the land itself is highly priced. Yeah, definitely wish I would have changed my shoes. What, do you want to go up there? What's up there? Is the sights good up there? Should I go up there? Okay, I guess we're gonna go up there. She's telling me that I need to be up there because the sights are pretty good. So we'll cut across. Hopefully nobody sees us. Because there was a trail that came up here, but it didn't look like a real trail because I think we're gonna go off that way. Well, I can see the trail that goes up there. There we go, overlooking downtown again. And I've never been on this section. Like, the only section I've been on is about 2 miles down that way. And then we played around up there, but then we hopped down onto a trail on the other side. I don't remember what it's called, but I do know that there's a big water pipe that you follow the whole length, which was about 3 miles or so. And you come out over here, and that's when tons of broken glass up here. Means a bunch of people come up here and drink glass bottles of beer, probably for 100 years. And there's full green bottles too. Drinking Heineken. This is pretty cool view though. Not gonna lie, it's a pretty cool view. Now you see Mount Helena trailhead is right there, which is where we were heading to. And we're parked right there. Pretty good view. I'm actually impressed a little bit. I'm impressed with it. We might have to put this into our repertoire of trails. And I need to figure out which segment it was that Walmsley was on here, because the only time I've ever been on that segment, because it was after the fact that I was like looking at the segments and I saw it. Because it said I had the fastest time that year, but it wasn't. But I was like number 2 overall, and I remember it specifically because it was a bit icy, and it's mostly uphill, and I was like, so I couldn't really move that fast. I was slipping and everything. And this is before I was in the fitness level I am right now for running trails. Yeah, we'll go this way. Let's go straight up. Mostly brought water just for her because I knew she would get hot and tired. I can suffer through. But anyways, and this is before he is like he is now, you know, top in the world. This is before he really hit that mark. Probably 2015, I bet you, from when that was from. And I'm not too far away, or I wasn't at that time too far away from like beating his segment, to where now if I was to push it, I could probably do it. Well, of course I haven't looked for 2 years. It's been 2 years. Somebody's probably beaten it by now. But it's definitely not like one of those segments that people run a lot. We just happened upon it because I was out exploring. Whew. The fact that I ate lunch is definitely getting to me. But I purposely ate lunch because I need to get used to running and power hiking and stuff with a loaded belly. If I'm ever going to do a 100-miler, like 100 Ks, 50-milers, I've done with like usually with my mashed potato burritos that I make, and I'm going uphill, I will, munch down half a burrito or something for real food, and then for the most part I just eat my spring energy drills. Other than that, 50Ks, marathons, that kind of stuff, I use the spring energy. Well, marathons I used to use Martin, and I still would, but I didn't want to buy any before this, so I'm actually just going to use spring and hope for the best. Morton I like because I think it, that way? You don't want to go that way? Okay. I don't think we'll absorb as good as Morton, but one thing that's Morton is it doesn't bounce around your stomach either if you're doing a really fast pace. I've never done a really fast pace with spring, so I don't know how it does. And it doesn't matter because I'm not planning on doing a really fast pace on this marathon anyways. Is that their house? That has to be it. Wow, that actually looks nice. Yeah, that's their house because I recognize vehicles. That is a nice house. Well done, Dupre's. Well done. I'm not gonna lie, when they bought that, they were like, well, the dad, my ex-father-in-law, he was, because it had a building, an existing building on it. Well, a couple existing buildings. An old shed / garage. It's kind of falling apart. And then a house where the previous owner, which was a good friend of his, that was moving back to Minnesota, which is who offered it to him for a pretty decent price. He had been building this house by himself. I'm not gonna lie, this house, that's my opinion on it. Well, he didn't, but everybody else in the family asked my opinion. I'm like, you just need to, he wanted to take that existing building and make it better. I was like, you just need to bulldoze this whole thing and start fresh. Looking at that building, that is what they did. There is no way that was the existing framework. That is a nice house. That is a nice house. And they fixed up the yard. The yard looks really nice too. I am thoroughly impressed. The only thing I have to say is I thought they were planning on doing a lot of off-grid stuff, and there is no solar on there at all. Okay, we'll look over here. That's fine. This isn't where the trail goes, but we can look over here. But I'm impressed. And it was good. A good lot. So let's see if I can orient you at all. So right here is Prospect Shafts, where we always come down, and then we turn and go back that direction. Actually comes down. Yeah, I can see it up there. And it comes down, but oh, it must turn up there somewhere and then goes down. Not all the way down there, because that doesn't, I don't see it continuing on that way, so it must turn up there a little further. We're going to continue down this way. So this is Rodney Ridge, and you can see it actually gets pretty high further down you go. And then right there, like I said, is where it splits. One side is Orofino Gulch, one is Grizzly Gulch, or whichever one it is. It goes up that way. When you go back a ways is where, when you go down Helena Ridge and you come out at Park City trailhead, which is one of the ones that we do all the time. If you want a good vert, because especially the one over by Park City, you're looking at almost 5,000 feet of vert, I think, after you're all said and done. I don't remember last time we did it, what we had. 5,000, 5,500, something like that. Because just Mount Helena, and you're starting a little bit higher on Mount Helena, which is shorter than when you get down there, is 1,300 feet. And then you're going up and down over these ridges, so you're gaining as you're going. Then you get over the top of the Park City trailhead and you're switchbacking down that, and then you have to come back up, and that's probably 2,000 feet, I betcha, after it's all said and done. And then you have to go up and over all this stuff again, all the way up to the top of Mount Helena and then back down. I think when me and Nessa did it last, which was probably 2 months ago now, I think it was like 5,500. I could go back and look, but I want to say it's 5,500. Oh, big ol' some sort of reservoir up here. Is that private land? Maybe we can't get over to where we want to get over to unless we go down. Well, we're gonna go down because I know you can continue on over here, because there's no way to get through right here. I didn't see any signs coming over here saying anything. Okay, we're gonna go this way, sweet girl, because this must be private property. I'm not sure if we can go down or not. Like I said, we're out exploring, so based upon that right there, unless you continue on some other way, I'm going to say this is not going to be a go-to for us. I just want to look and see what's over here. I know at the top of Rodney up here, you can continue on Rodney Ridge. So hopefully I don't run into my in-laws. I mean, me and my ex, we're amicable and everything, but I can't say the same about her family. We're just gonna go up here. I'm guessing this hits the street somewhere, I hope. And then we'll just put her back on the leash, or maybe not. There's not a lot of traffic up here. And just head over to the road. And there's a no trespassing sign right here, so it's a good thing I didn't try and cross that fence. But being that there was no pedestrian access, it was just a locked gate. That told me that it was probably not. Still public. Where's she at? Come on. I didn't even notice that she went down. I'm impressed. That is a nice house. That's a very nice house. Oh, I take back what I said. I can now see on this side of the roof, it is nothing but solar. So they did do what they were going to do. There's probably, yeah, the trailhead parking is up here. So hold on. We're going to go up this, yeah, which means we're going to probably come back on that pipeline trail. Come on. There we go. We're going this way. We're going this way. I was not expecting that little trail to end up at somebody's house. I feel bad. And what? Maybe he lives over there. That's a one-way. The next street coming up over here is a one-way. So in order to get to any of these places, you have to go all the way around, which is weird. But, hey, Nessa, quit. Why are you going over to somebody's house? No. Over here, hey. Over here. I don't know where she thinks she's going. Weirdo. I was not planning on. Okay, hold on. There's a vehicle backing up here. So you gotta wait. It's not. DJ Odessa. Yeah, this is live. This is live. Thank you for the follow. Okay, right here. The trailhead is up here. She has no idea what she's never been here before, so she has no idea. Okay, now we're on Rodney Ridge proper. Come on, we're going this way. Weirdo. Yeah, welcome to Rodney Ridge. Now we're getting in things I've been on before. I have been on this section, not very far up, but I've been on this section. Most of what is in this whole area is further down is where I've been. And I'm going to put a disclaimer out there right now. I have no idea how well the video is going to stay now that we're up here. So, no idea how good the signal is, any of that kind of stuff. So it'll be interesting it'll be a learning experience for me. So if the video does drop out, then we are going to have to end the stream. Less than 3 weeks ago, I guess. 2.5 weeks ago. Get up to Mount Ascension where we were at the other day. And I'm already starting to see the video frames are starting to drop. But audio should stick around for at least a little while. So we'll give her a go. I'll keep talking just in case. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, we already did our run today, so I was just looking for some vert. And so this is more running than I was expecting to do. We're already up to 600 feet of vertical, so another 400, I will be happy. Oh, but it's only 70 degrees out, I guess is what my point was. So it's not that warm, but we're gonna go up here, archery range trail, because I can see the warning signs for archery trail down there. This is so we're getting close to the actual Davis Gulch trailhead. There's I remember, and it would be very, 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 like bottom half third of the tree is still alive, but I will bet you that they're not going to survive. If I had to guess. And it's all ponderosa. It does go, we do get high enough that we get a little bit of signal. Okay, so I do remember this road. It's like an old road that used to be on this ridge. Come here, you're thirsty. Here, I'm gonna set this down. Oh, I got one frame, so we're starting to get higher. But I'm gonna set this down because she needs a drink. Come here. Okay, you ready? There you go. You good? Good for a little bit? I don't know why I'm carrying your leash. I could put it in the vest. Here I am carrying your leash. I got pockets all over here. I can put it in. Yeah. Okay, once we get to half of our bottle, we got to turn back and go back. We're not going to have another Flagstaff incident. Nope. No, we're not going to have another Flagstaff incident like we did. Shoot, I think that was our last trail run we did in Flagstaff. Where I was going to try and make it from where we were at to Buffalo Park, where I knew there was water so we could refill our bottle. I only took one bottle. Or no. Yeah, I only took one bottle, I think. Oops. Yeah, I'm only at 700 feet. Nothing. So that makes me wonder if they... Oh, I almost had video. Look at that. I got 2 frames. Set frames, 0, 1. Little bits and pieces of video there for a little bit. Now it went away again. Oh, there's one frame again. Oh, my legs got nothing in it, guys. Nothing. This run on Saturday is going to be difficult. So I actually might just take but if I do end up getting a 8-mile run in on time, my original plan is supposed to be a 30-mile run. I'll take a 26.2. A little bit of warm up. There won't be any cool down. I'm one of those people that is horrible about cool downs. And it's probably one of the reasons why my calf muscles are so stiff all the time. But I don't really do a cool down. I walk around a bit, but I'm not going to go and run a marathon and then go run an extra mile or 2 for a cool down. Once I get done with that marathon, I'm done. I am done. But and it doesn't really matter what type of race. It could be a half marathon. I'm done. I gave you everything I had during that race. There's no leftover for cool down. I will be hopping in the vehicle and $35. You have to do them every year. And then I need to figure out, I would like to go back to the canyons and that's funny, there's a sign here that says no trespassing yet. This is an actual trail. That makes absolutely no sense. Over a year out. So for the year, unless I decide to do Puerto Vallarta, but that is the same weekend as Javelina 100, which I'm already signed up for and paid for and everything. And that is it's not an easy 100K. I just did the 100K, not the 100 miler. But it's not an easy 100K, but it's definitely easier than the last one I did. And I really, really want to improve my performance index on run sign up, or ultra sign up, I should say. The canyons, my piss poor performance I did there just killed my performance index. It dropped me quite a bit. This last race I did, and I think they're weighted. So depending on how long the event is, I don't know how it works. That's my guess, being that it was only a 25K. It did not boost me up that much based off of what my 50K did going the other direction. Because I was at a 72%. I want to be in the mid to high 80s. Which if I would just buckle down and actually train. Well, I haven't had an opportunity to. This is my first year being able to do it. The canyons I really think it was, now, this is back. Now that I was messing around with it, there's no reason why I shouldn't have video right now. Just see when it was not very warm either. So going out there, it was warm. So I was definitely sweating and going through way more fluids and electrolytes than I needed to. And then I think I just didn't have enough miles in my legs up to that point. I had tons of time on my feet because I was getting tons of vertical in the training block. So my hours on feet were most I've ever had. I was getting between 20 and 25 hours a week, which is on par with any of the pros out there. Only difference is they're doing miles as well. But my piss poor performance there dropped me substantially on my performance index. Because I was at 72, and then I want to say that dropped me down to like 66 or something like that. And my 50 miler I did my only two races I had was a 50 miler where I was at like a 67% index, and then the 100K where I was at like a 75, I want to say, which I thought was pretty good for being my first 100K and my second ultra ever. And I could have ran that one faster and harder than I did. I just, not knowing and anything like that, I didn't want to push myself too hard based upon what I did at my 50 miler where I completely blew up and almost didn't finish. But then, so my average was at like 72, 73, something like that. Well, then this 50, the canyons, I thought for sure I was still in the 60s. But for whatever reason, it lowered me all the way down to, I don't even remember what I have now, like 67, 68, somewhere around there. And then this last race, I actually did really well. I was in the high 70s. Even though I finished, 11th place, I want to say. I was just out of the top 10. And, I'm glad we came back this way. Because now, I know where this came out. Because the only other way I've gone on this road was, on this waterline trail. So the water line goes into this big water tank. Okay. So I bet you they do still use it. This is exactly where we started off at. So we can go down here off this edge and then get right back down to our vehicle. We didn't even have to hit the road. That's nice. That was a pleasant surprise out here wandering around, figuring out where we're going. But anyways, even though I finished like 11th place, almost top 10, it dropped me that low. Like I was still only like a 70, in the 70s on my performance index. That's crazy to me. Well, I'm going this way. I don't know what you're doing. I got a nose hair I'm trying to get everybody, sorry. Got it. Got it. Oh, you can hear the water running inside this big old stone reservoir. I did not even know that existed up here. Obviously it does, because it's right there. Is somebody buried up here? Because there's like a little cross on a pipe with a chair. Could just be a memorial as well. It says, oh, rest in peace, so-and-so. Can't imagine somebody was able to get buried up here, but maybe they just dumped the ashes or something and then put their own marker there. Yeah, we're almost done. Almost. Well, don't flat tire me, you weirdo. We'll go back to the vehicle. You can get a drink, and then I will drive us over to the park. You can rest, and I can play video games, and I can get hydrated. Not gonna lie, I am thinking about that sparkling water when we get back to the van. I think yesterday took a lot out of me too, because after I got done with the streaming, I finished up what I wanted to get done on the van, so I was able to put all my tools in storage. It's all functional. It doesn't look pretty. Like the inside of my van doesn't look pretty. Don't even ask me for a van tour, because it is just made to work for me and the dog. It's not no Instagram perfect $150,000 van conversion. This is a do-it-yourself, not caring what it's going to look like, just make it to where it works. Oh, I missed the trail. She's standing at me, looking at me like, where are you going, you fool? Because all of a sudden I noticed, this isn't going where I want it to go. Yeah, I see now. You know where you're going, that's true. That was pretty funny. I noticed that the trail was leading to where we did not come up and was going the opposite direction where I wanted to go. And then I turn around to look and be like, well, where the hell did the trail go off to then? And she's standing right at the trail looking at me like, hey, dumbass, where the F are you going? Oh, this is so rocky. This is where I noticed for the first time that I was wearing my road shoes, not my trail shoes. Again, looking off over downtown, and right there is where my finish of my race on 2 days is going to be. They start some trail races in that area as well, which I think is pretty cool. And then they run, I think they actually hit this trail right here and weave around, either depending on the length of the course, either over onto Mount Ascension or over onto Mount Helena. Makes me wonder some of the local trail races here. I should look and see. Maybe I'll reach out to somebody I used to work with that is a avid trail runner. She does a lot of the races around here just to see You cheater. She's like, I can see the trail right here. Instead of taking the switchback, I'm just going to cut across. She is such a cheater face. And then she does look at those blue signs and recognizes them as the point when I'm supposed to put her on the leash, but we're so far away, I'm not going to put her on the leash yet. As long as she listens to me. This road right here is not heavily trafficked on the way to our van, but the street out there where we're parked at on the van is heavily trafficked. There's a part of me that if talking about sweets, so this is the reason why I was talking about sweets. I am literally a block and a half away from Park Avenue Bakery. I could go and get a lemon wedge and an Earl Grey wedge, or a lemon cake. I don't know, it's a square. That's not really a lemon bar, it's a cake, but it's not just a cake. So tasty. Or an Earl Grey wedge, which is a chocolate cake with Earl Grey in it, as well as, and then the chocolate cake has a layer of like a chocolate mousse infused with some Earl Grey. That actually might be the only thing that has Earl Grey in it. I don't know if the cake does or not. But so good, so tasty. It's also a good place